Good morning. This is Anna Imagination with a Healing Garden. We're going to go ahead and do some morning meditation. And we're going to go ahead and do some free form. Always breathe in and breathe out. In out. Give yourself time and space to spend time with yourself this morning. This is a time where you give yourself permission to talk to your subconscious mind and your identity, and you are the conscious awareness. The subconscious mind cannot be controlled. It can be talked to, calmed down, and negotiated with. The subconscious mind is very logical. And it can be very easily rationalized with. So if you have a million thoughts in your head today, that's okay. Your subconscious mind knows what to do. You need to trust it. Inhale. And exhale. I finally came up with my new motto for the garden, and it's called, "Let me show you a different way to live." And I love it because it is so me. So I'm going to be changing everything around today to reflect the finalized motto. Let me show you a different way to live. And that really does encompass the entire garden and all of me. Inhale. And exhale. And I'm not sure if I really want to talk about anything in particular today. We have a lot going on with the garden. As far as plans go today, I have shifting perspectives after this, where I sit down and I talk about something. Today, it's going to be about fun, the unknown, and the spectrum of fear of the unknown versus adventure and having fun, and how fun and the fear of the unknown are on that spectrum. So please join me on shifting perspectives after this. Inhale. And exhale. And you can do a body scan if you need. Take note of any emotional upset, discomfort inside of you. Prioritizing our mental health is a huge part of making it our life every day. A lot of people do not prioritize mental health. They have I'm just going to wing it kind of an attitude with their mental health. And I cannot tell you how absolutely self-destructive that is. Because when you wing it, you are agreeing to you only having 5% control over your life. If you have conscious awareness and mindfulness, you can increase that 5% to a more active role in your life. You can choose to have things happen to you, or you can choose to take action. Inaction is the path to failure. A lot of people choose inaction, thinking that things will just work out for themselves without doing any actual work. It doesn't work that way, which is why so many of us are suffering, which is why so many of us struggle finding success and happiness, is because we're letting the subconscious mind just kind of do things. But the subconscious mind is not good at dictating life. Oh God, not at all. The subconscious mind is good at keeping you safe or trying to keep you safe. And to be honest with you, that's like putting a 10-year-old in charge of keeping you safe. Your subconscious mind means well, but it's rather stupid. It really is stupid. The subconscious mind is not smart. It's just highly logical. And it will do a lot of different things as fail-safes to get its agenda done. But intelligence is not the subconscious mind. Intelligence is actually on the mind of the conscious awareness. Well, that's you. You get to dictate intelligence. The subconscious mind isn't. It runs on autopilot, which is why it's constantly running. It's really stupid. The subconscious mind is really dumb. So when you understand your role, that you, conscious awareness, are in control of mindfulness, awareness, and intelligence, and the subconscious mind is just autopilot that runs your ship. When the intelligent mind says, I'm just going to let the subconscious mind do what it does, you're putting a 10-year-old in charge of your life. And then you're going, I don't know why I can't be happy. I don't know why my marriage is falling apart. I don't understand why I can't get the promotion. I'm just letting everything up to my subconscious mind, and it's in charge of the show. And even though I'm the smart one, I'm going to take a back seat to the 10-year-old who runs the show. So be active, like prioritize your mental health. Because if you don't, then you're playing victim to your own subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind is not smart. No one's subconscious mind is smart. The bullshit the subconscious mind pulls, like, oh, it's fun. It's fun. It's a whole lot of fun. Breathe in. So meditation is basically opening the doors to having the conversation between you and your 10-year-old. Exhale. Let me show you a different way to live. Oh yeah. When I was on Walkabout, I have to tell you what I did on Walkabout. I literally backpacked through Manhattan for a year. People hear about, oh, I backpacked through Europe. Nope, I backpacked through the 17 little miles that is the island of Manhattan. So here's how it would work. I would basically make arrangements to meet anybody and everybody, anywhere from 3 to 7 people a weekend. And here's the deal. They had to show me the city. They could not ask me anything about my past. I was this mysterious, we don't talk about me. We are here to have an adventure. And I explored the city with strangers. It was a single date, and it was a single going out, learning something and interesting about the city, and then vanishing and never seeing them again. And that was fun. Oh my God, it was fun. It was so much fun. I met so many people. It was a lot of fun. And I walked away with so many stories. And it got to a point where every time I went out again, I had a new story, so that I could sit down and write a full book on all the places I went, all the things I did, all the weird shit that I pulled off. And I still have not climbed a fire escape at dawn, before dawn, so I could watch the sunrise on Manhattan. That is still on my list of things to do. Yeah. Fun. Inhale. And exhale. fun has been something that's been very difficult for me my whole life. And humor. Fun and humor are the two things that I really struggled with. Turns out I just have a very British sense of humor and I live in America. So there's nothing really wrong with me. I just am in the wrong country. And when I started to have British friends, I started to notice that things were actually funny to me, which is funny because funny, ironic, because when I was 12, I never laughed. Like up to 12 years old, I just never laughed. And it wasn't until I discovered BBC and Monty Python and Doctor Who that things started to be funny to me. And it still took me another 10 years to realize that the reason why I never found American humor funny or anything funny was because I don't have American humor. I'm right there with the rest of Europe going, I don't get American humor. I really don't. I don't get it. But I could sit down and watch 2 minutes of BBC and laugh my ass off. So it took me a long time. And I remember studying the psychology of humor, which is how I found Robin Williams. But I studied the psychology of humor for about 2 years solid, and I just could not figure it out. Irony is funny to me. Deadpan, dark humor is funny to me. And dry humor and, oh my God, wordplay. Wordplay is like the funniest things to me. So we're going to talk a lot about fun, humor, entertainment, because when you're traumatized and when you live a difficult life, it is, I can't get into it now. This is meditation. I'm going to save it for shifting perspectives. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Open your mind to your subconscious mind. Open your mind and your heart to your identity. Triadic healing courses are now available for pre-order. Very excited about this. These are very, very affordable, $25 per lesson to start. You can scale it up as you're ready. When you purchase one lesson at a time, it's about an hour per lesson. The more complex lessons scale up in price, and they're about 2 to 3 hours max. But it's very much a do-it-yourself, self-driven course on everything we teach at the Healing Garden. And it's very scalable, so you can get your first 3 lessons, $25 per lesson. And it's just small commitments, low ROI, with a very high bang and impact in your life. So I'm very excited about introducing the Triadic Healing courses. They are available at the Healing Garden, and the pre-order launched this week. So very, very excited about it. Inhale and exhale. And that's where we begin talking about conscious awareness, your subconscious mind, and your identity. So you hear me talking a lot about this in meditation, talking to your subconscious mind, talking to your identity, and you, the conscious awareness, raising your game and leveling up so you know what's going on with these 2 characters of yours. So inhale and exhale. Let me show you a different way to live. Inhale and exhale. Mind discipline. We're going to get into that a little bit. This is like level 2. This takes us out of meditation for beginners and begins us into a different realm of meditation for people who are beyond beginners. Mind and mental discipline is the realm of cognitive behavioral therapy. It is the ability to recognize a toxic thought, separating it, stepping back from a perspective, looking at the thought and going, you are toxic. You are not a good thought for me. I'm not going to give you my time or my energy. When I see you, I'm going to use this positive thought over here to block you out. This is cognitive behavioral therapy. This is meditation. This is mental discipline. This is advanced meditation because it requires the separation of the conscious mind from the subconscious mind so that you take a back seat and you watch and observe the subconscious mind moving. But I really can't talk to you about this until you understand what the subconscious mind is, its agenda, what it does, and where you, the identity, separates from that, and where you are in relationship to these two entities. You must understand the three entities: subconscious mind, identity, yourself, in order to see what the subconscious mind is doing as an outsider instead of a passenger. Right now, the majority of people are passengers, and the subconscious mind is driving the train. My technique teaches you how to stop being a passenger, start stepping out and becoming an observer, and then you take the train. But it's not an aggressive taking the controls like people think it is. And that's what a lot of people try and do because they don't understand how the subconscious mind works. The subconscious mind is 1000% driven out of fear and safety. That's all that it functions on: fear and safety. So when the subconscious mind is approached with aggression, anger, forcefulness by the conscious mind, the subconscious mind responds and increases the fear. You are actually fueling your own trauma when you aggressively talk to yourself, which is why self-hate is so toxic, because you are re-triggering yourself, because you're being a bully to a thing that runs solely on fear. When you approach something that runs on fear, you fuel it. So if you want to take control of your subconscious mind, you have to learn to be gentle, kind, and quiet. You have to turn down its fear by approaching it like a frightened deer, because the subconscious mind is a frightened deer. And if you think you're going to barge right in there and scream at it and boss it around, it's going to take off. And the reason why the conscious mind is responding that way is it's a trauma response from how everyone else has treated you. See how that works? So you have to do the exact opposite of everything you've been trained to do. You have to become gentle. You have to become quiet and calm, which is why in most of my videos, I talk to you like this, because you have been traumatized, most likely, by screaming and abuse. So by lowering my voice and talking to you like this, it keeps everything calm and quiet and down. Now you're listening. Now you're tuned in. Now I have the attention of your subconscious mind, and I have the attention of your identity. And now the conscious awareness can be tuned up. When you do that, you can step into the role of your subconscious mind and say, like a mother to a child, I understand you're scared, and I can see that you are derailing the train, but there is a different way of doing things. We're going to take the helm, and we're going to redirect this gently, like the slow movement of a river. And we're going to redirect this river a little degree at a time. Because if you try and force it, if you try and bully it, you're re-traumatizing yourself. Now, for those really eager, aggressive go-getters, like me, what I preach is not what I practice. I'm going to tell you that right now. I am the person that when someone says, don't do cold turkey, you need to be winged off, I go, oh, watch this. And I go cold turkey. And I succeed because I'm that person. So I'm giving you all of these instructions on how to very gently and slowly alter the course of the river. But I'm not that way. I am very much and there, now, flow. And it does. But I'm that way. And there are people out there who are that way. So I'm probably going to do like a boot camp for people who are like me, who don't want to do the whole gentle, delicate flow of a river. And I'm just going to address the people who are like me, where it's like, let's get this job done. I'm going to put on my sleeves and we're going to boot camp this shit. Now that's me. So it can be done both ways. But if you are a gentle, slow degree pacing yourself and you try and do it that aggressive way, you're going to fall back. You most likely will fall back. You most likely will have a setback. So there's like 3 different kinds of learners when it comes to subconscious training. Let's call this subconscious. Yeah, see, I'm not learning subconscious training. So subconscious training is basically, or the subconscious boot camp. Yeah, there's like 3 types of it. There's very much the get it done. And then there's people who require a very slow paced, systematic, little degree and a little shift at a time. But the majority of people are shifting small degree, little step at a time. I'm not that way. I am the boot camp, roll up the sleeves and get it done, because I want to enjoy life. I don't want to spend 20 years doing mental therapy like they told me I would be doing. I wanted to go have fun. So I got it done. So there isn't a right way and a wrong way, but be mindful. If you are the kind of person who learns through slow pacing, then the boot camp way is going to set you back. Likewise, if you are the fuck trauma boot camp way, the slow pacing is going to frustrate you and set you back. So you are going to need to decide which method of learning is yours. Are you the roll up the sleeves and get it done? Or are you the slow pacing, take the wheel a little degree at a time? And there's no right or wrong. This is a reflection of who you are. Okay. And I'm very much the boot camp. Let's get it done. Those are my people. So, and honestly, the Healing Garden really focuses on that. It's in my dream, and I will be doing this because I do my dreams. My dream is to have the boot camp get it done option, which is actually my master classes. My master classes are very much my boot camp get it done. 8 weeks. Here's all the information. Learn it. Go through it a second time. Apply. And then do it again. And within a year, 2 years of consistency, you'll get it done. Inhale. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm meditating. It's like, oh yeah, I'm meditating. I'm going to say again, there's so many meditations out there where you get quiet, 30 minutes of silent meditation. But it's really the discipline of sitting yourself down every day and prioritizing. And if you don't understand that concept, if you don't understand what's happening to the psychology of you sitting down every day, then meditation isn't going to work for you. So I recommend the Calm app. Huge supporter of the Calm app. And you just taking this time to sit down. Inhale, breathe it in. Exhale, breathe it out. And then I will be once I get the garden established and flowing through, I'm going to be introducing the discipline method with meditation. I'm going to be introducing how meditation can be used into cognitive behavioral therapy for discipline, and how to basically do shadow work with meditation. That's all coming up in a few months. I have a lot of plans. Inhale and exhale. But when I was doing my walkabout and I was going on my constant adventures for a year, I had a lot of people just fascinated with my life. And they were like, every time I went out with somebody, it was very much an interview. They were fascinated about my lifestyle. They were in awe that anyone could manage my lifestyle. After a year of walkabout, I realized, why am I not living in New York City? And moving to New York City was a job in itself. Okay, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you so much for joining me. And we're going to be doing shifting perspectives here shortly. Thank you so much. And may the kindest of words always find you.